All right, we welcome in Toledo native Stacy Lewis. Stacy, just how great is it to be back here at Highland Meadows?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, this is a tournament I look forward to. It's definitely family week for us, and just fun to be back. And golf course is as good as always. You know, it's a little softer today with the rain we had last night, but you know, they moved a few lines back on us, so it'll play a little bit longer this year. But yeah, it's good as it's ever been.
Does having the family and friends support here kind of add an extra level of, you know, motivation, comfortability, anything of sorts when you're out there?
Yeah, it's the comfort. It's, you know, dinners at night, getting to hang out afterwards, and it's just a really low key week for me. And you know, you're not going out to dinner a ton, and it's just hanging out with family. So just makes things pretty chill.
Yeah, you got multiple top 10 finishes in this event. Just what is it about the Dana Open or Highland Meadows, the course, that has allowed you to kind of bring out that success?
And to be honest, I don't feel like I've had a ton of success here. I know I've had a couple of top 10s, but just I don't know if it's one of those courses that doesn't necessarily fit my eye or what it is. But yeah, I mean, this tournament's special to me just because it was where I played my first event as an amateur. I was one of the first invites I got, and it's just special to me from that aspect. So I wish I played better on it, but I'm going to keep trying to figure it out.
Yeah. All right, we'll go ahead and open it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just curious what the season's been like. Obviously, you're the Solheim Cup captain, kind of balancing that role and also you're playing.
Well, life is busy. There's not a whole lot of downtime. You know, I don't go back after I play golf and sit and watch Netflix or watch a movie anymore, you know, and on top of having my daughter and my family, you know, so life is just busy. And I would have liked to have been playing better, kind of been struggling with my golf swing, and feel like I'm working on the right things finally now to start trending in the right direction. But I don't think Solheim Cup stuff has affected that at all. It's just kind of the nature of this game that we play. And so I've enjoyed the Solheim Cup stuff. We're within about 3 months now, so it's coming up fast.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Obviously, like the team is kind of taking form now, and kind of seems like you maybe know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
What do you think of what you're going to have on the U.S. side?
Definitely the last few months have made me more excited. Rose playing the way she's been playing, Allison winning last week. You know, I think they're going to be Solheim Cup rookies, but they're going to be very experienced. We'll have probably have at least 3 rookies, and 2 of them will have won majors. The other rookie would just won a tournament. So I mean, we're going to look young on paper, but they're going to be very experienced. They're going to bring a different mindset to the team room. They don't know the last couple years of losses. They were not a part of them at all, you know. So I think it'll be a good thing that they bring. So I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah. How well do you know Rose?
I know Rose pretty well, actually. She played for me at an amateur competition. It was called the Spirit that I captained. And so I got to spend a whole week with her, got to see her play there, and I played with her on tour during COVID out in Palm Springs. So I played with her quite a bit. So, and I was watching her I was hoping she was going to turn pro this year, and was watching her for 2024 Solheim Cup, because I figured by then she'd be a member of the tour, she'd have a chance of making the team, and she kind of blew those plans out of the water and went ahead and won this year and took care of it for me. So.
For sure. And then last 2 Solheim Cups, obviously the U.S. has lost. I mean, as a captain this year, do you feel like pressure to right the last 2 years?
Yes and no. I mean, I desperately want these girls to experience what a winning a Solheim Cup feels like, and the celebration, and you know, pulling the shots off when you need to. I mean, it's definitely hard you put all that work into it and to not win. But Europe's going to be good. I mean, they are stacked. You know, they've got a lot of veterans, a lot of people with a lot of experience. They've got some young ones with a lot of games. So, I mean, it's not going to be easy by any means. But, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, if we don't win, it's not life or death. You know, it's not, you know, and that's something we reiterate to the players. Like, this is not life or death. But if we win, it's so much fun. So let's go do it just because we want to have that fun. We want to be able to celebrate. And not try to put so much pressure on ourselves.
Hi, Stacy. Welcome. Heard the setup might be a little longer. You just mentioned it. What are a couple of the holes where we'll notice the biggest difference, and what do you think I don't know. How do you think the setup this year will maybe change the scores from years past?
Yeah. 16, they probably moved the line back about 10 or 15 yards on the tee box. So obviously that hole, in some years it's played where you can almost get to the end of the fairway, but now it's softer too with the rain we're having. So that hole is going to play significantly longer. We've got 6, the par 3. They've started using that back tee over the years where you're hitting a 180, 190 yard shot into that green, which not necessarily made for it, so I don't like that one. You've got, and even like 14, the lines, they just kind of keep moving the lines back 5 yards at a time. So they just play a little bit longer, and it's going to play longer because of the wet. So, but does it do anything to scores? Probably not. I mean, these girls are good. You've got par 5s and wedges in your hand. They're still going to make birdies.
Going back to the Solheim Cup, obviously as the captain, you're in a leadership role, you're an ambassador for the sport. I'm just curious, did that come naturally to you, or is that something you've had to develop over the last couple of years?
I think I mean my good play led to that position more than anything. You play well, the camera is going to be in front of you. You're going to be doing press conferences like this every single week, and I had some older players that kind of came to me and just said, every opportunity you have, you need to answer the questions. You need to get in front of the microphone, and it gave me a platform to talk about things I'm passionate about and to talk about, trying to make this tour better, and just found a way to use it to not only help myself, but to help the tour. And, so I wouldn't say it's natural. I'm a very shy person by nature, but I definitely had to learn to be comfortable, and I do feel like being a little bit older and being out here longer, that it's kind of a natural role that I see the other girls are watching and they're paying attention, and I need to do things the right way.
This is the 25th anniversary of Sarah Pak just exploding onto the scene. Won here that year, 98, first for 5 victories. In your mind, how did Sarah Pak change the LPGA Tour?
Sayri made us a global tour. We were very American based prior to her, and it's not just South Korea. I mean, it was Thailand, it was China, it was all these other countries that players started coming from because they saw what she did. And it's really remarkable, to be honest, to think that one person could really create that much of a movement inside of a country. But yeah, I mean, it made us a global tour, and we've been able to embrace it. And I mean, to truly say you teed up with the best in the world every single week, and when you win, you're beating the best in the world. I mean, no guys tour, no men's tour can ever say that.
And I think it's even more than just the Asian. It's also players of Asian heritage.
Correct.
I mean, we wouldn't see necessarily an Alison Corpus 30 years ago, but perhaps because of what Sarah did.
Yeah, and look at, you're going to see it on the U.S. Solheim Cup team this year. There's plenty of girls that, these are kind of first generation Americans. They're Americans because their parents came here, and so they were born here, and they wanted them to have the opportunity to grow up in this country. And it's just kind of what society is now. It's what this country is. And I just wish people would embrace it a little bit more. You talk to a lot of these girls that have South Korean heritage, but they grow up in Southern California, and they are definitely more Southern California than they are Korean. So, so I wish people could see back past what they look like and just see that these girls are USA. They have USA on their bags, they got it on their sleeves, and just embrace that a little bit more.
Anything else? Thank you, Stacy.
All right, thank you.